Hello everyone, this is Nidhi here. In this video, we will explore about SonarCube. We'll see what is SonarCube, why SonarCube is so popular, and at last, we will do our first analysis of your project. So let's start. What is SonarCube? SonarCube is a tool that checks the quality of your code and it provides a platform for your developers to write a cleaner and safer code. It provides the dashboard for the user so that they can check all the issues related to their code, like security issues, vulnerability issues, code smells, everything. It also integrates with your Eclipse IDE or any other IDE so that before even you commit your code, you can see all the issues in your code. Why SonarCube is so popular? It provides lot of rules to scan multiple languages for your project. As you can see, Java, Python, C Hash, JavaScript, PHP, lot of languages are supported by SonarCube at this point of time. And the main important thing is it provides a way to scan all the languages together which are present in one Git repo. For example, in my this project, we have JSP files and the XML files. So SonarCube automatically detects all the languages and applied the rules accordingly. This is just an example, and this is the screenshot of my one project that is has JSP and XML, and you can see that it automatically apply both the rules for my project. We will see how it will do and all these things, the quality profiles and all those things. But right now, yes, I'm just showing the screenshot. It provides you one place so that you can see the maintainability, reliability, and security of your code in your project. So it divides into the sections so that you can see, okay, this is my maintainability issues, this is issues related to the security and things like that. And based on that, later on, you can decide what is crucial for your project. Is it security is crucial? Like if there is any issues related to security, you want to give it higher rating. I will explain all those things in next section. And this is the diagram. At this point, SonarCube provides support for all these languages. This is the diagram from the SonarCube documentation. So let's start with the SonarCube. So first thing, we will be doing the installation of the SonarCube. If you do not have already SonarCube installed, you can follow my this article to install SonarCube on Windows. The only thing which is critical for SonarCube is the Java 1.8 or above, depending on the version which you are installing. So in this article, basically I have installed 8.4.1, and 8.4.1 does not work with 1.8. It requires Java of Java 11 or above. Okay. So, as part of the downloading, basically you have to just download it. It will download the software like this, SonarQube zip file. You can just extract it, and this is just the installation of SonarQube, and it just works. And after that, you can go to the bin folder. You go to your Windows folder, and you'll just start the sonar.bat file, and it will start your service if your Java is properly configured. In case your Java is not and you are getting some Java issues, it is not able to find the Java, things like that, then make sure that this is the wrapper.conf file that you can update. So this is the wrapper.java command. So for now, my Java home is not set on this machine for this particular Java 14 version. So I have just put it manually. If you have Java home set, then you don't need to change this file. It will automatically takes the Java. And once you run this, you will see this that service is up and running. So you can see that process is up and running. And this is my SonarCube instance. So this is my SonarCube instance. It is running on the local host 9000. And you can see that this is the default dashboard that will comes with the SonarCube once it's up and running. Here you can do the login. Default password is admin for the SonarCube instance. Obviously, you can change it later, but we'll go with the default username and password. And this is the default dashboard that comes as soon as you log into the SonarCube. So once your SonarQube installation is done, now the next step is how SonarQube will read your project and how it will scan the code, right? So we'll see how SonarQube works now. So basically, for the architecture and integration, obviously you can check their official documentation if you want to see how SonarQube builds and what is the architecture behind the SonarQube. But we'll not go into that details. We'll just see what we need to analyze our project. So we need the scanners. So if you see there is a documentation on Sonar scanners, it has scanners for each of your build tools, and accordingly you can install whichever is required for your project, and it provides for different operating systems also. So for now I am just doing it for Windows. So I have downloaded this software here, as you can see. Okay, so it's not there. Let me just, yeah, it's software. I have already installed this Sonar Scanner CLI and I just extracted it. That is the only thing you need to do. And after that, you have to just update your environment variables so that it reads the Sonar Scanner. So what I have done in the path variable, I have just included my software, this Sonar Scanner till Vibin folder. That is the one setting that you need to do. After that, you can just run the Sonar Scanner. Just open your command prompt and run the Sonar Scanner from anywhere. Okay. So let's do that first before I explain the quality profiles and quality grades. So we installed the SonarQube scanner. Okay. Now, how you will run it, right? How you will create a SonarQube project. So this is my code CI example. Here I have created this sonar-project.properties file. Here you can provide your all the details like your project key. This is the mandatory field. This is the unique key. If you don't put this, then SonarQube will fail that you do not provide the project key. Project name, and I have put the dot here that I need to scan all my source files. And this is the host, this is the username and password. This is the only settings that you need to put, and you can just place this file at the root of your project. Okay. After that, like I am here, as you can see, this is my directory and sonar-project the properties is there. After that, what you have to do, you have to just run the Sonar scanner. And as you can see, it started analyzing my project. So let's see what it does. It will just load all your rules and it will do the analysis. So as I have already done the analysis, let me show you my project. So this is an example of one project, Team A project. Okay. So it did the analysis. I can show you issues first. So once your project is analyzed, you can see all the issues here. It will provides you everything. It is a major, minor, critical, or it's just vulnerability. Everything it will show here. It will, you can see bug, code smell, and the severity. It provides every details on this dashboard. It provides you an option of assign it to other users. Like I have other users, you can assign it also if you need to. There are other options like the comment. Everything is there. Okay. So this is the dashboard that that all users can see and fix the issues accordingly. And next time when SonarQube runs, it will pick the latest code and it will just remove that particular issue. So how this works basically. So if I show you this project information. So in SonarQube, there is a concept of quality profiles and the quality gates. So we'll start with the quality profiles. And before that, let me just give you how those quality profiles comes here. So if you go there in the administration marketplace, when you install the SonarQube, it installed a lot of plugins by default. So as you can see in this installed, it already installed all these plugins like for the Java, for PHP, Python, lot of plugins is already installed there. And there are others which are available. You can install it as per your need. So for each of the plugins which is coming by default, it creates a quality profiles for that particular language. So as you can see, C hash, CSS, Flax, so all these quality profiles are there and all these are the built-in quality profiles. And if I go to any of the quality profiles, you can see that these are the rules. So for this particular quality profiles, these are the rules that SonarQube provides. So if you can see, if you click on those rules, you'll see, okay, these are all the rules that it is using while analyzing your code. So this is one thing that I wanted to show. So if you go to this project, so in this project, it is using JSP Sonar Web Profiles and the XML, because in my code it has only two languages, JSPs and XML. So this is basically the quality profile is, and I have explained it here also. It has a collection of rules that gets applied while scanning the project. And SonarQube provides default set of rules for each language that you can use directly, and then you can customize it, that we can cover in my next tutorial mostly. And SonarQube uses set of plugins for each of the quality profiles. As I explained, it provides default plugins as part of the installation, and others you can download as per your project need. You can see all the quality profiles. So this is the quality profiles. Now, what is the quality gate? As you can also see here, it is showing quality gate status as pass. So what is quality gate? So let me just go there. By default, when you install the SonarQube, it comes with the default quality gates. So this is the conditions where you you need to make sure that you are passing your quality gate. So it actually, whatever it, whatever issues it has created, everything, after that you are putting the conditions, like if your duplicated lines is greater than this, if maintainability is worse than a, so these are all the conditions, so it matches it. And if your code passes all those things, then you can see that yes, this is showing as passed. If there is anything that is not passing according to the conditions, then you can see as failed here. And in SonarQube, so what is the purpose of quality gate? So it identifies whether your code is good to deploy in the production or not. Your management can take a decision. And also, if it is an automated process, you can also fail your Jenkins build based on the quality gate status. So if quality gate is failed, then it will not deploy your code. So it depends if you want to leverage that condition or not. But yes, there is a functionality that it provides. So this is what it is quality gate is. Okay, so we already have created this SonarQube project using this, and I can show you, like you can see that build success and it published it there. There is another option also. So here I am using this property files, but there is an option that you can use the command line also. So Sonar Scanner, instead of using the property files, you provide everything using command line. So what is the preferred way? Basically, the preferred way is this: you should have this property files, because right now I have only four, but depending on your conditions, there could be more. But the only thing, like login password, you don't want to hard code in your Git repo, so you can use it in the command line prompt. So yes, this is how you can use it with command line prompt also. For the Maven projects now. So this is my Maven project also. So this is one way of using directly the Sonar scanner and do the analysis. But for Maven project, basically you don't need to install the Sonar scanner separately on your system and then do the analysis. You can directly use these commands like Maven Sonar and just run it. This will also work. So let me just run this command here. Let me just copy it here. So this thing is depending on your languages. So obviously for other languages there are other different ways. I am just taking an example of Maven. So for Maven, it downloads up plugins automatically and it did something. In my pom.xml, I have not defined anything else related to the Sonar scanners. It automatically takes everything. So it will work, okay? And as I showed you, like these are the projects that got created, and these are some issues that you can see it here that I already explained to you. So yeah, in my next tutorial, I will be explaining more about how to manage quality profiles, quality gates, and about the access management, how you can manage the access in SonarQube. This is the security, basically the users, groups, global permissions, and permission templates. So I will be covering all these topics in my next tutorial. Thank you.